everyone. Today we will be discussing how we can prevent vaping among middle school populations. Before we start, I would like to paint a picture in your mind. Imagine walking into a middle school classroom. On the outside, the students seem like any other kids their age, but in reality, 1 in 10 of them has already started vaping. These kids are as young as 12 years old, forming habits that could impact their health for a lifetime. Unfortunately, in low income Black and Hispanic Latino communities, the numbers are even higher. As educators, decision makers, and advocates, we have the power to intervene before it's too late. Today, we will share a solution, a program that not only prevents vaping, but also empowers these young kids to build healthier futures. So, why is this important? Early nicotine use disrupts brain development, affecting learning and impulse control, and increases the risk of chronic diseases such as asthma and COPD. Addressing social pressures is important as vaping is seen as cool and a stress reliever among young kids. Social norms around vaping, such as stress relief and peer acceptance, must be challenged in order to reduce its appeal. Breaking the addiction cycle is important in preventing early habits from becoming lifelong dependencies. By targeting this age group, we're not just helping these students, but we're also creating long term effects that benefit families, schools, and entire communities. So, why middle schoolers? Middle schoolers have a high prevalence of vaping, and in Black and Hispanic Latino students, showing a higher prevalence among their other peers. The critical age group of 12 and 14 is important, and creating early intervention in order to support healthy brain development and a critical period of shaping lifelong behaviors. Targeting this age group can stop harmful habits before they become addictions. Targeting Black and Hispanic Latino middle schoolers who have vaping rates of 4.2% addresses health disparities and creates long term benefits.
So past interventions that have been used to address vaping within schools have been Catch My Breath, which was a four-class lesson on e-cigarettes, which were led by teachers and peer mentors. There was a control and intervention schools. They gathered surveys from students based on the knowledge they had acquired from the lessons. The intervention schools had 2.8% through 4.9%, and control schools had 2.7% through 8.9% of e-cigarettes use. So the prevalence of e-cigarettes use had decreased within the intervention-based schools. Another intervention was Stanford Medicine Tobacco Prevention Toolkit. Within those toolkit, it was meant to fit multiple diverse communities, help their needs, and the teachers would use a toolkit to address the vaping activity within their students. An example of the toolkit is You and Me Together Vape Free, which was a 6 lessons on vaping for different levels of education, elementary, middle school, and high school.
The study design that we will be using is a two-arm cluster randomized controlled trial. And to randomize, we will have two middle schools with the same demographics, which is predominantly low-income Black and Hispanic Latino students. These middle schools will be randomly assigned to either the intervention group receiving the full program or the control group not receiving any additional programming beyond what is already offered. The program will run for 2 years during 7th and 8th grade. Both middle schools will receive a survey to track the progress of the students and the changes in vaping attitudes. In order to address these attitudes using the theory of planned behavior, we will have interactive workshops that will feature models, simulations, and activities that demonstrate the harmful effects of vaping to shift students' perceptions of vaping. To evaluate our intervention program, there will be surveys that students will be filling out every 3 months. The survey consists of questions to evaluate their knowledge around vaping during the duration of our intervention. We will be comparing the data and progress of the two middle schools, observing how our program worked or didn't work. These surveys are crucial when it comes to evaluating the effectiveness of our intervention in hopes of decreasing the use of vaping and increasing the wellness of these middle school students long term.
It is extremely critical to our intervention that as many students are aware of the reality of the harmful impacts that vaping has to the body, both physically and mentally, making them more aware of the consequences of it through our simulations and our workshops. We will also intend to help those who are already vaping and want to go through the withdrawal process of vaping. We understand that it's not easy on the body, but we want to make this transition as seamless as possible. Another key component is spreading awareness to parents and teachers, providing guidance and tools for them to have an open mindset towards students and how to approach them. So ultimately, this creates a system that allows a mutual understanding between the parents and teachers, a way for them to partner together and combating this issue at large. We also want to ensure that these parents and teachers create a judgment-free zone for the students so that they may feel comfortable coming to them. Another vital thing is that we educate everybody on how to look for the signs of potential victims of vaping. This would create a support system and a community that will support those who are vaping and those who might start vaping. This establishes a norm of no vaping environment at home and at school environments. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a great day.